Good morning. Happy Monday. How is everyone? That's as much smiling as you're getting out of me. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. I'm going to say good morning to everyone. Hi to Sam. Welcome in. First time. Hi, Elsie. Good morning. Looks like that's it for now, but thank you both of you for being here. I hope you're both doing great. So if you are new here, Sam, so I'm just going to kind of let you know that we do like Monday morning messages for the week ahead, and we'll be doing games after we do those messages. The messages are usually by modalities, so fixed signs, mutable signs, cardinal signs, but it really depends on what my astro dice tells me to do, usually. But we can just roll with the messages as is. Let me actually go grab them. But thank you for being here. Welcome in. How are you? I'll be right back. I'm glad you're doing great. I'm really happy that you're here. It's nice to have you. So yeah, we usually do like Monday morning messages, and then I do stream on the weekends, but it's usually in the evening time, so 4 p.m. PST. So if you do see me streaming late and you can't come in, that's okay. But I'm glad you're here this morning. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're doing okay. We're gonna actually just jump right into messages. We do have ad breaks that come in every like 30 minutes. I do try to pace my messages out so that nobody misses anything. So if you see an ad, don't worry. We're probably not going to miss anything. Let's go ahead and switch over and get started. So let's go ahead and see whose messages are first. You made it, Pisces. Welcome. Good morning. Hello. How are you? How's it going? I'm so glad you're here. I want to see what modalities come in first, but take your time. Daylight savings is kicking my ass too. I kept waking up in the middle of the night and going, did I set my alarm? Did I set my alarm? And then my computer didn't have it set, so it was saying 8:45 when it should have been saying 9:45. I was like, oh shit. Okay, who's first for this week ahead? Okay, it looks like fixed signs are going to be first. So fixed signs are Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. So when I do these messages, I do them sun, moon, and rising. Remember to only take what resonates, though. With these messages, they are intended as general energies. So even if you're seeing cards like the Lovers and the Two of Cups and the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups and all these other cards, there's other types of love. So it doesn't have to be romantic love. My readings are open. If you do see on my Ko-fi, it says, the Ko-fi is in the pinned, it says PO or TS. TS means it's Twitch safe. PO means it's private only. Thank you so much for that, Pisces. Alright, so we're going to do fixed signs first. Remember to only take what resonates. These are general messages. Take only what makes sense to you. Some Florida water first. What is your message for the week ahead? Fixed signs. I love when the cards flip and they don't, like, come out all the way. Fixed signs, what is your message for this week? Goodness gracious. We're not accepting this one, we're accepting these ones. Because that was not okay. One more card, please. I already know what this message is saying. Oh my god, on the floor, really? I already kind of know what this message is saying because starting off with the devil card is always a bit of a pain in the ass because you're kind of dealing with energy suggesting that you are either fixating too much or you're kind of in your own head about something. You might even be like trying too hard to be very specific with something that you're desiring in your life. Maybe a goal that you're having, and it's making you kind of like flustered in the moment. So, what I'm kind of getting from this message, just in a very general and vague way, is that this week is asking fixed signs to be more aware that their very specific goals are okay to have, but to remember that part of that is a process. Part of that is understanding that you have to kind of recognize that yes, sometimes things are not about your goals, and sometimes you will deal with things that have nothing to do with your ambitions in life. And being so fixated on what your goals are can make you miss out on other things that might be important for you in order to maintain your process towards your goal. So, if something doesn't seem relevant to you right now, fixed signs, and it doesn't seem even relevant to your future, I want you to kind of take a closer look at it as not what it could develop into, but if I gave my attention to it, just like a little bit, just gave a little bit of attention to it, not enough that it's distracting me from my goals, but enough that I can like still focus on the things that I want to focus on, because it kind of feels like you're hyper focused on one specific thing and you're losing out on other things. You're losing out on other things you could be doing. You have the strength card on the bottom. On the top of the deck is the judgment card. So it's kind of helping the message, kind of reinstating this idea that you might be hyper focused on some like spiritual concept of this rather than like the human existence of what you're doing. Your goals and ambitions are important. I feel like there's some sort of like, I wouldn't say it's like you're looking to get recognized necessarily, but I feel like there's something that you're doing where you're kind of like forgetting that there's other things you could be like adding into your, I want to say the word repertoire, but I don't think that's the right word. It just feels like you're not doing everything you could be doing because you're too busy doing everything that's hyper focused on one idea. I don't really get much else out of this message, to be honest with you, but I had a feeling we were going to get the devil card today because I kept seeing in my head, I don't know if this happens to other tarot readers, where before you pull cards, you just know you're going to get a certain card, and I knew that I was going to pull the devil card and the magician card, but I didn't know it was going to be the devil card and the star, and I feel like that's actually better, because if it had been the magician, I feel like we're not really starting new ambitions. We're very close to those ambitions. You know how close you are. You're like in the final stretch of your ambitions. It's so close you can taste it. But unfortunately, you do have to taste other things. You do have to have other things going on in your life to kind of help you rest and rekindle that love that you have for your goal. Because as soon as your goal, as soon as your goal shows up, it might smack the crap out of you and surprise you. And that kind of is funny because I accidentally like knocked into my dice cup thing, and that scared me a little bit if you saw. So it definitely feels like this message is saying like you kind of need to like relax and give yourself a break from that specific goal, because yes, it's all around you, and yes, it's hyper focus for your day-to-day, but there are things you might be missing out on or saying no to or limiting in your experience because you're afraid they're going to dig into other areas. There's just a lot of fear going around goals of yours, and you kind of need to cut that shit out, is what this week is going to be telling you. And I don't know any advice that I can give you, fixed signs, beyond that, but I will say that if you are a person who is very fixated, because you're fixed signs, on one specific thing and you're kind of bottling up a lot of intention that you could be using elsewhere, just think of it like you're assuming you already have everything you want, because you basically do. But the problem is that you're putting too much energy into one thing and not letting other energies flow. So let your other energies flow. Give yourself a chance to do other things, pick up other hobbies, because whatever you're doing in life is at a point where it's so much where it needs to be that you don't have to stress over it anymore. You can start doing other things. So that's all I'm going to say for fixed signs. Take what resonates. Don't force the message. All of that. We're going to get into either mutable signs or cardinal signs next. Hello, good morning, Florine. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. So for the fixed signs, just try to like spread yourself out, but don't spread yourself too thin. Because it kind of feels like you don't know the difference and you're being taught how to learn the difference. Your fear is teaching you how to hyper focus on one thing, but it's also kind of making you miss the point of that one thing, is to set yourself up for a life where you don't have to be constantly doing that one thing. You have other things, you have other hobbies going on. You have other things you want to do, other things you want to put your energy into, your intention into. Let's see who's next on the collective messages. Remember, these are general, so only take what resonates. Sun, moon, and rising. Who's next? That is a fixed sign, my guy. Let's try that again. We did the fixed signs. What are we doing? What we got? This is the symbol for Pisces. If you are a Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, or Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, please take what resonates. These are general messages for your week ahead for the mutable signs. If your mutable placement is your chart ruler, you can also apply that. Some people have no mutable placements except in their chart ruler. So, yeah, take what resonates. Hell yeah, mutable signs. That's my sun and rising as well. And my Venus and my Mercury and my Mars. And my MC and my just almost my entire chart. What is the message for all mutable signs for the week ahead? Ooh. 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 Interesting. So we have the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom. The Knight of Wands on the top. I kind of get the vibe that this is... Go a little faster, please, is what I'm getting from this. Whether this is you or someone else in your life, because I get... One second. I get kind of a feeling that this is more than one person involved, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be more than one person. Of course, it obviously doesn't have to be romantic. I don't do romantic messages in my general signs, but I get the vibe that this has to do with wanting help, kind of looking to others for recognition in what you're doing, or wanting to kind of prove yourself, being quick to prove yourself to people. But obviously, like, whoever you're trying to... I wouldn't say you're trying to impress people. I get kind of a vibe that what you're doing is already impressing people. It's already should be impressing you. But I get the feeling that because of the pace that it's happening at, the pace that you're used to, and the pace that you've been functioning under has changed quite a bit. And it might be having you, like, feel like you don't really know what you're doing. Or it might be making you feel like you need more help than you actually do. You might be struggling to address sort of, like, your confidence right now. Because your capability is there. But I feel like where you're being asked to help others or help yourself is in ways that you're still learning and you're still developing skills, right? And it's been kind of happening at a rapid pace that you haven't really slowed down and recognized, like, how much you actually have done. And you kind of are looking at your growth as some sort of like, but I've done all this already. I'm kind of like, I've been at this point, because the king has already seen the Seven of Pentacles. You know what I mean? So I feel like you're learning to take a look at what your growth has been on your own and how it's showing up in ways that you are helping others or being helped by others. I kind of feel like this isn't so much about relationships romantically or platonically, even. It's not just about like one particular person. I get kind of a vibe that this is you are able to have this energy happening so fast because you're so capable of handling it. And you kind of forget that. You kind of need to be reminded of that from time to time. And your guides want to give you reminders of that. They want to help you, and there is help on the way. I kind of feel like this is representing help that you're getting by the end of the week, or just in due time, or maybe it's help that you're giving yourself. But I feel like you're needing to give yourself more time and space to recognize the ways that you're actually fully capable of everything that you have going on right now. I think it's just a matter of it's been happening so fast. But the actual progress that you're feeling from it is slow because you integrate slower than you do. And so that's the thing about being a mutable placement, by the way. We tend to have multiple hobbies and multiple things going on. And then we kind of we forget to kind of slow down and be like, you know what, I did this so much. I did so much of this in the last, like for me personally, I've done so much in the last 3 months that I'm like, it's only March. That's crazy to me. So because you are a strong-willed person, because you are a fully capable person, and you should have that confidence to handle what's going on, I feel like this Page of Swords is not really representing you or representing for this message the mutable signs themselves, but really just where you're learning how to pick up a sword for the first time. You've always worked with your pentacles energy. Now it's time to work with your swords. It's time to kind of think about where you can be more intentional with your logic, more intentional with your speech, more intentional with what you write. Not because what you wrote and what you spoke and what you did before was ever wrong. It's just kind of asking you to be channeling that energy into something new, right? Channeling that energy into helping in new ways. And it's kind of interesting because the fixed sign message was about being holed up and needing to kind of spread yourself out a little bit more and kind of like give yourself more grounding in other areas of your life so that when things start to shift and be more positive and be more blessings start to come in, you're actually ready for them and you're not too gripped tightly onto that one thing. You have multiple things kind of cushioning you into your reality. Whereas this, you're already kind of cushioned into what reality you have, mutable signs. It kind of feels like that's the whole point of why things have been chaotic. We just had that eclipse. I'm not even going to ask how that eclipse was for y'all, because me as a heavily mutable sign, oh my god. But it's definitely good for you to use this time to slow down and think about everything that's been happening and how you can best help yourself through this time. And really, it's not because you don't know how to deal with it. It's actually stuff that you've already learned, but you're learning how to implement it in new ways. You're learning how to take everything that you've already done and already succeeded in and implement it in new ways. That can look different for everyone. So I really think that Page of Swords is pointing out the need to like journal, to make lists, to kind of like organize the situation as is. Even if you don't know how, just write down everything you've got going on, how you're feeling about it, what you think it's relevant in. Adaptation. Thank you, Elsie. Love that word. So yes, adaptation's important here. One thing I want to point out here is if you look very closely in the Seven of Pentacles on this deck, you will see a seashell. Not sure what some of this others have, a rock probably, a candle, and a feather. These are actually references to the Magician card. They are representing the cups, the swords, the wands, and the pentacles in their own way because you're not quite there yet, but you have a vision. You have a vision and it is coming together. Now, what I find interesting was when I showed you this Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups is actually right under it, and so is the Chariot. These are all sevens. And what this kind of tells me with all these sevens, I saw a lot of sevens yesterday, Pisces can tell you. I feel like this is about recognizing that your vision comes together as realistically as you are able to handle it. And so take that as it resonates. I feel like this is a good time for you to adapt and conquer, but also understand that you've already conquered what you need to conquer out of this situation. You're doing exactly what you need to be doing in this time of your life. If you're looking for some sort of sign on what you could be doing better or what you could be changing up or anything like that, just look at everything that you've already done and everything you've already accomplished in your life. Yeah, I was seeing all kinds. I went out to eat with my friend Luna, and we were like driving to a place that we've been to before that I know has a bunch of sevens in the address, but what I didn't like was that on the way there we saw a motorcycle with 1111 on it, and I was like, oh, what we got here? So yeah, beautiful signs, you guys can handle whatever's coming your way and whatever you've been kind of manifesting into your life, because also with the Eight of Wands, we also have a cup, a pentacle. We have like a sword here, and I think there's a wand right here. Hi, Blazing Okami. So we have all of these energies here suggesting that it's something that you asked for. It is something that you manifested. So, take to heart that it's something you're manifesting. You can handle it because you literally worked for it. You manifested it. You asked for it. But you also need to recognize there's a different approach for everything. Hi, Blazing. How are you? We're doing messages real quick. I'm going to be done in a minute, and we're going to play some Final Fantasy X. All right, so I believe Cardinal's next. Cardinal's the last one that we're doing. Where did my... Oh. I believe it's Cardinals. I don't really have to roll the dice. So Cardinal signs are Libra, Aries, Cancer, and Capricorn. That is Sun, Moon, and Rising applied. If your chart ruler is a Cardinal sign as well, then you can also apply that. Take only what resonates. Well, so the thing is that I am a tarot reader. So before I get into this, I'll just switch over. Hello. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Val. I run this page, Valkyrie Runes. We do streaming as games and tarot and runes, and we do divination, and we do all kinds of conversations about what that means to divine and to play games and to create. So what we're doing today, Monday morning, is just doing messages first. We do have an ad break coming in 5 minutes. We do Monday morning messages, so we do messages for the week ahead for all the signs. Right now we're about to do cardinal signs before the break. Well, we'll probably have to do it after the break. But once we start these messages, I would like to ask anybody coming in to just kind of respect that we're doing messages, and if you have something to say about the messages, you're welcome to, but if any comments are distracting or just not to do with the message, we might need to mute you. Thank you for that, Pisces. So we do have the ad break in 5 minutes. I'm going to shuffle out the cards and we'll get back to the messages after. You probably missed your sign. Well, there is going to be a VOD put up later on today. But hopefully you'll be here next Monday if that's the case. We usually start at 10 a.m. I'm getting through them pretty quickly today, so that's surprising. And then around 11, we'll probably start Final Fantasy X. Well, we started it. We're going to continue it. Alright, so cardinal signs are... Thank you again, Pisces, for... Oh, you're a Gemini? Welcome in. I love mutable signs. So we are cardinal signs, Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates. These are very general messages. If you'd like to book a reading, my readings are available on my Ko-fi. But we are going to get started on these free collectives. Take only what resonates. Cardinal signs. One more card, please, for the cardinal signs. 2 cards. And one just dropped down. I love that. Okay, let's get back to tarot time. Oh, boy. So I'm going to sit with this for a second because it's kind of giving me, like, Oh, there was another card here. Oh, okay. Okay, cardinal signs. Oh no, you're good. You're good. You're good. Um, so like if you're talking about what your sign is, that's fine. If we're talking about what the message is saying and you can relate to it in some way, you're welcome to share if you feel comfortable sharing. It's just more about like, oh, we're talking about the tarot reading and we're talking about this, and you just start talking about something that has nothing to do with the message at all, then it's fine. So we have the Knight of Cups on the bottom and the Queen of Swords on top. So I'm gonna just say that I kind of feel like this is. This feels like a conversation that has transpired or some sort of. Let me think. This message kind of feels like something that you might have misinterpreted, cardinal signs, but I don't want to like say that's exactly what this is. So we do have an ad starting in 1 minute, so we can come back, do the message properly, and then we'll come in. I think I'll pull an extra card before we start because this uneven amount is kind of getting on my nerves. One more card for this message. Oh, of course, it gives me two. It gives me 2 cards, and now it's 7. So we're just gonna stop pulling cards. Oh goodness, what a day. So, cardinal signs, when we get back from the ad break in about 30 seconds, I'm going to do this message and then we'll pop over to Final Fantasy X. I'll be right back though. Okay, we are back. Welcome back from your ad break. I hope that you had wonderful ads, and I hope that you were not convinced to buy anything that you don't want to buy. What were your ads? Let me know. So, I've been kind of sitting with this message since we started the ad break, and coming back to it, I get kind of a vibe that this is talking about something that's already happened and already been processed, and now you're coming into this week with sort of like, well, now what sort of energy? Like, now what am I supposed to do? I feel like you're not giving yourself a lot of credit for something that you dealt with. Maybe something that was mishandled, or someone misunderstood you, and maybe you're feeling a little bit like you're disconnected from someone in your life, or you might just be feeling a little bit like a grieving process that you're not really sure how to deal with. And technically, the only way to deal with it, if it has to do with this person, is to just talk to them about it. But if it doesn't have to do with a person, I feel like it ultimately has to do with your intuition and what you know is good for you. You already know that there is no such thing as a loss, right? Yes, we can lose people in our lives through many methods, and I'm not here to dismiss or dismantle this idea that loss does not exist and that we don't feel pain from it. You are more than always welcome to grieve a situation as fits, but I think for this energy, it's really talking about you are grieving a situation that isn't really meant to be grieved. It is just meant to alter your brain chemistry about how to function when these things happen. You don't have to feel like you missed out on a connection or missed out on anything, really. I feel like you're kind of ignoring your own intuition on how something is going, and it kind of feels like you're keeping it to yourself because you want to keep it to yourself. I do feel, though, that for the cardinal signs, you're being asked that is your strength because you genuinely know you can get through this, or is this something where you've cut your losses and you've decided that it is a loss when really you're not processing your own grief about it and you're not properly expressing your grief about it? Because either way, like, it kind of feels like you've already expressed how you feel, and you might still have kind of a feeling of tension. And I wouldn't say it's tension for the sake of tension. I just feel like you're still sitting alone with a lot of concept about this, that you're still sitting with the kind of like, I need to grow from this, I need to change from this. But like, sometimes it's just a blunder, and sometimes it's just something that doesn't really have to be a bigger deal than it is. Sometimes we forget, and sometimes we make mistakes. I kind of feel like this could be a very bad situation where you lost a friend over this. Like, you got into a big argument and you know, don't talk to this person anymore, or is something like it was a simple mistake. It could be either one, so take only what resonates. I think this week is about you recognizing where you actually stand with the people in your life and how you can utilize that for your best interests, rather than fixating on what you could have done differently, because what's happened has happened, and you have to kind of learn to adjust to what's already there and what's present in front of you. See the full picture, not just the parts that are kind of in focus as negative, because then you're just picking on yourself. There is some adaptation in this message as well for cardinal signs, learning to just kind of adapt to the fact that connections are always complicated, because I definitely get this sort of like connection energy where in the Five of Cups you're fixated on this loss and this sadness, but the Two Cups are still there, and in fact they show up in the reading. So I want you to kind of recognize that, you know, whatever you feel you've lost out on isn't really a loss. It's just a change or an alteration, or even like a growth within you that needed to happen. And frankly, like, we all need to adapt and grow. There is mutable sign energy in this, so you could also have mutable sign placements, even if you are a cardinal sign yourself. But I will say that for cardinal signs, it's kind of asking you to think about the person that you're becoming through this and what kind of person you want to become through this. how this meets with your vision of who you are and what you have around you. When you're looking at things from a distance, or you're looking at things from a bird's eye view per se, you're kind of recognizing that, you're kind of recognizing that you have to make decisions that fit best for your vision and what makes sense to you. And it kind of feels like everything is aligned for that, but of course you are going to have situations where things kind of show up, or people kind of don't agree with you, and you just have to kind of accept that that is a part of it. It's not that you are not any closer to your vision, it's that your vision involves you fucking up sometimes. That is growth. It's not something you take out on yourself. It is growth. It is building. It is allowing you to build into what you need it to build into. So I think it's kind of like when you're going and working out, your muscles are actually like tearing, I think, while they're building into better muscles. They're building into stronger muscles through tear. So I think it's something like that. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from it. You got curious into what your sign is supposed to be as immutable, and it does. Oh, nice. I like that. Did you look up on like an astrology site, or did you like, how did you do that? I'm curious. So that is the messages for this week. There will be a VOD later. It is the first 40 minutes of stream. So that is a pretty quick way of getting through stream. We actually have time to yap if we want to. That's crazy to me. We never have time to yap. We usually just jump right into games. So how is everyone? How do we like those messages for those who saw their sign or didn't see their sign? How are you feeling about them? Do you have any questions for me? How did that go for you? Etc., etc. Oh, you Googled. Okay, cool. That is awesome. I love that. I love astrology. I love tarot. I also read runes. It's part of my name. I've been reading runes since I was like 13. And I usually stick to tarot because tarot tends to be a little bit easier to read because you got actual pictures of what's going on. Whereas with runes, they're just stones with scripts on them. So it's like, okay, well, the difference between reading this card and going, oh, you got this one, this rune. So it's just like, there's no visual, and people like the visual, you know? Love that adaptation is like, check me out, peeps. Yeah, like, that's the thing about it. All the messages kind of feel like you're learning to adapt, not because you are being forced to. You're not being forced to adapt. You're being forced to recognize that you are fully capable of meeting your entire life the way it is right now. Everything that's going on in your life, you can handle it. You absolutely can handle it. It's just a matter of, am I spending too much time dwelling on things that have not changed yet and I have no control over? Yeah, I'm doing that a lot. And because I am actually dwelling on things that have already happened that I can't change, and actually turned out way less messy than I expected them to. But, you know, it's part of the process, is recognizing your own, what was I going to say? Let's just switch over to chatting, and then we'll switch to games after. So I kind of feel like when it comes to these messages, you're not just saying like, oh yeah, I'm going to adapt this week. That sounds great. That sounds awesome. Adaptation isn't easy. You don't just adapt overnight. You don't just change overnight. You learn with your situation. And sometimes that means sitting down and looking at everything that's happening and just kind of writing down, okay, this is how I feel about it. That was actually the mutable signs message, by the way, since you missed it, Okami. There is like this message with the mutable signs where you're fully capable of everything that you're doing right now and everything that you have going on, even if it doesn't feel like it, because your ability to move forward is kind of slow and intentional, and that's fine. But the Eight of Wands being there was kind of like recognizing that a lot is going on at the same time, so you're handling it all well, but because you're someone who usually moves a little bit slower, I'm not saying just you, I'm saying all mutable signs got this message, where you're needing to kind of recognize that just because it's going faster than you feel you can keep up with doesn't mean you can't handle it. it might turn out like mistakes and things that you're not used to, and you're like, but I thought I could handle this. You can. It's just you're learning to integrate it in a way that you're not used to. You're learning to deal with it in a way that you're not used to yet. So it kind of like, it requires you to like be introspective and really like pay attention to all the details rather than just get it done. I personally just tackle things when they happen. Just me too. Me too. I think that's a very, very, very likely mutable sign thing, because I tend to live a life in chaos. So I'm just like, the sooner we can get done with this problem, the better. Yeah, introspective. Exactly. Thank you. Alignment. Big shout out to Pisces Moon Pie for being my incredible mod. 1/4 mile at a time. Exactly. Big shout out to Pisces. Thank you so much for your support and your modding abilities. They are playing Final Fantasy XIV online. I've never heard of that game. I did not know it has a free trial up to level 70, including Stormblood. I should really memorize the whole, like, spiel. But we're going to load up Final Fantasy X today. We are going to start back where we left off last Monday, which is, I think we are still in Besaid. I think we just met Waka. You're a living Final Fantasy encyclopedia. Okay, so you have to tell me which one's your favorite. You're hereby obligated. I'm kidding, you're not obligated to do anything here. Please tell me your zodiac sign and your favorite Final Fantasy, and I will tell you right now. Well, you did tell me your zodiac sign, but tell me your favorite Final Fantasy. I'm going to be so happy right now. See, my favorite is 10, and I'm a Virgo. Top 3, 6, 9, and 10. You know what? I have not played 9, I have not played 6, but I have played 10, and we're going to play 10 very soon. I have heard good things about 6 and 9. 6 and 9. So, I like that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay. Let's see. Hey, yo. Yeah, we crack some jokes over here. They're inappropriate jokes, but we crack them. Is my controller plugged in? Because that's kind of an issue. Do you have a favorite character in 10? And who is it? Mine is Lulu. You know what? I really appreciate that, Blazing. Pisces. I really appreciate that, Blazing, because for one, I do appreciate the offer if I need a hand. I have played 10 before, and it's not even my second or third run. It's like my 20th run. I do really appreciate you saying you won't backseat or spoil anything, because I have played, also I'm up to date in 14 if you play Final Fantasy 14 online, but I also play, when I stream, I play on my ARR Lalafell, but one of my mods is still a Sprout. Well, actually no. Oh my god. No, you're not. I'm so sorry. We had a whole big day about it too. So, no, but we don't like spoilers in general. I'm no man. We don't like spoilers in general, because even if I know what you're talking about, and even if my mods know what you're talking about, if like 90% of chat knows what you're talking about, I think there's always going to be one person who wants to come in and just watch and not get spoiled. And so I appreciate that a lot, because that means... Okay, yeah. I mean, that's fine. I'm not a big, like... I was not a big MMO person myself. But, yeah, I'm not a big MMO person myself, but 14 won me over just simply because I made really good friends on it. and that's important. I think it's important to play an MMO where you're friends with people, but I think that's kind of the point. Is MMOs are for people who socialize. Oh, thank you for the hydrate reminder, Luna. Also, hi. How you doing? You know what? I respect that. I honestly respect that. I respect that. Thank you for the follow. Hi. Okay, so we're going to switch over and play 10. We are still on Besaid Island. We just met Waka for the first time. First time, wink wink. So we're going to switch over. We're going to play for a few hours, and I'll be done at 1 p.m. PST. Thank you so much for the follow, Kami. Really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Let's get started. And yeah, Kami, I do really respect that. Like, I think, like, it's a good game, yes. And then also, like, you don't have to necessarily like MMOs. You can also disagree about not wanting to play MMOs. And that's the thing, like, I play 14 like it's a single-player game most of the time, because to me, all Final Fantasies are single-player. Okay, I think the devs understand 14 isn't everyone's cup of tea. That's why they're adding duty mode so that you can play. Yeah. Yeah, like, there's ways to play it where it's just by yourself. I think there's a guy on Twitter who's been playing it. Twitter and YouTube. He's been playing it solo, and I'm just like, how are you doing that? All I can hear it when Waka talks. Yeah, that's the funny thing. When I started playing 10, he, when he first spoke, I was like really into Futurama, so I was just like, is that Bender? So my opinion on Waka, you know, he's kind of an idiot. I love him. I do. I love all the characters. It's just that when you think about Waka and his progress of, you know, hating Albed, hating the Machina, hating all of that, did not like the guy. Like, he comes off extremely likable and then also not likable at the same time. So, girl, Luna, I just kind of feel like he's not good enough for Lulu, in my honest opinion. I'm not really sure why they're together at the end. It's a spoiler, I know, but everyone here has played it, so we're just gonna say that for now. But no more spoilers, though. We will say that, like, I don't get how I just don't get it. I just don't get, like, he's not a bad character. Like, he's a well-written character. Like, I like his character's personality until you start hearing him talk about Albed, and then you're just like, oh. I get not liking the Machina, but, like, he's got a kind of similar character development arc to Sokka from Avatar: Last Airbender, but not as well done. So, are you guys ready to, like, be really shocked and appalled and disgusted by me? Are you? Are you? Are you? Also, how's the game capture coming in? Is it loud enough? Do what? I don't know what you're talking about, Pisces. I don't know if my sound's working. It feels like my sound isn't working for my game. The fuck? Okay. You're scared? Okay, that's weird. Let me fix that. I'm gonna try to fix that real quick while how's that? How about now? It should be better. I'm gonna check my headphones. Yeah, it was super low. It was really, really low. I had it on like 12. Okay, so now you're ready to be disgusted and horrified, right? Are you? Are you ready? Okay, so the disgusting, horrifying thing about me is that I have never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've just seen clips online. I've seen bits and pieces. Oh, you think they're perfect together? Okay. I think the thing for me is, this is going to be spoilers for this game, by the way. So if you don't want to get spoiled for Final Fantasy X, probably silent me right now. I'll give you a minute. Okay. I'm gonna look at your comment real quick. The way I see Waka, he just tries everything because he can't accept about Chapu. It is shown in many ways how far he goes to deny it and how slowly he starts to accept it. He uses the church literally as a means to cope. And then you said that you feel like they are perfect together. And the thing is, like, for me, like, why are you with this man's... Why are you with your dead boyfriend's living, like, brother? Like, why? It doesn't make sense to me. But I also feel like their personalities are a match, so it's hard for me, like when you asked me my opinion on Waka, I was like, eh. Because, like, I don't really like him that much. I don't. But, like, I get, like, his character development. I get who he is and who he's standing for. Or what he's standing for, rather. But I also think, like, it's really complicated because he's straight up, like, ignorant as fuck. And, like, yes, he has character development. Yes, he grows, but it's just, like, it takes him so long to get there. I believe many yes, I agree so much with you. I don't get her being with Waka, but I don't think I need to write a think piece on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it, but it is what it is. Like, it happened. It's in the game already. Like, I can't do anything about it. But I do believe that Lulu's misunderstood. I agree with that part. But no, I haven't seen Avatar: Last Airbender. I actually, the thing about me that's really funny is that I was that kid who, would, like, read books and not hang out with the other kids. So, when people were watching Avatar, I was like, eh. I can fix that. We should have marathons. We should also watch New Girl. The only real emotion shown character in X is Yuna. Actually, yeah, like, Yuna is, like, besides Lulu, like, when I think of, like, favorite characters and, like, the main characters and all that, like, I really do like Lulu the most, but Yuna is up there, and I did, so people don't remember what my name on my main, character in 14 was, but she used to be Val Leon. Leon was supposed to be a reference to a combination of the energy of the sign Leo, because that's my chart ruler, but also Len from Final Fantasy X-2. And I also gave that Vera multicolored eyes, so she has one brown, one green, because I wanted to kind of explore Eorzea with that, like, mindset of, like, where my character's coming from is not necessarily like Yuna, but with the idea that she's a combination of me and the things I've experienced, but also the kind of, like, my heart belongs to 10, so that's kind of what I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I love it. I will show off my Vera at some point. I usually play on my Lalafell, whose name is Wind Up Val, because she is the tiny version of my Vera Val. Yeah, Yuna's basically a healer, and the thing about being a healer is that you tend to experience people both loving and kind of not understanding you. I used to play as Aura, I love Aura. I love Lizard. I love me a lizard. I don't have any potions. Titus is just gonna have to die. Titus. His name is Titus, not Titus. I don't like that. We do have another ad break coming in like 2 minutes, so stretch, self-care, do what you need to do. Imagine why you like Yuna. I'm not good at guessing games. You could just tell me. Like, I'm sorry. I'm like I really am horrible at guessing games. Ask anyone who knows me. It's okay to just tell me because I'm like, I wouldn't know. Yuna's a really good character though. I like everyone in 10 though. Like, I like Riku as well. I like Waka too, but I kind of feel like he's a bit lower on my list. Just a bit. Oh, really? Yeah, that's another thing for me is that, like, I'm actually, like, switch the numbers. I'm a little bit like Yuna, but I'm more like Titus. But yeah, I get it. Like, I totally get it. I understand. My personality is lovable dumbass. I'm actually very smart, but I have, like, silly blunder issues that I'm just like... But then, like, okay, the thing about Titus is, like, you see how childish he is, and then you realize later on, again, this is spoilers, you realize later on why that is, but it's just very, like, yeah, it's very, like, Like, okay, so I've been reading tarot for 6 years now. It's going on my 6th year anniversary is next month. My 1-year affiliate anniversary is next month. And all I have to say to that is I've been reading tarot for a long time, and I've been also streaming for a little bit long too. And I will say, I don't consider myself a healer necessarily, but when you do readings for people, you open up their eyes to ways they can heal themselves. We have an ad in 5 seconds. I'll see you then. Sorry about the cutscene. Get a cutscene in the middle of an ad. Discuss, or get an ad, yeah, whatever. Get an ad in the middle of a cutscene. Words. Excuse me.
I thought then that Blitzball and Sin were the only two things that Spira and Xanarkand had in common. I wasn't too far off either.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5.
No ads for you?
10 years ago.
That's interesting.
We never won a game.
Well, at least you get to sit here and enjoy the cutscene, because I'm like... Of course I had to hit the cutscene right when the ad was starting. Hello, Orontis.
So, after quitting, I got this new job. But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do it.
Thank you.
Last year was my big chance. Something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Thank you. That is incredible.
So, you want to win the next tournament? Go out with a bang.
Thank you for your username. That is incredible. We unfortunately got an ad break in the middle of this specific cutscene, where Waka's just kind of trying to convince Titus to join the team. Welcome, Orondi's Nuts. I love your username. Thank you. It made my day. Hello, welcome. How are you? How goes the thing? Well, we are starting off. We're still in Besaid, so Waka just asked us to join the team, so we're on our way. Titus is actually low on health, and I need to fucking heal him, and he's just like, we need to heal this guy, but we have no potions, so it's going as well as you'd expect it to with that. I've always been a healer type, sometimes at a colder side, which I dislike a lot. You know what? Real. That's really real too, because like I've noticed with like Gemini energy too, it's not about like being two-faced, it's about your duality and ability to see your own duality. I mean, I don't have any potions, and you know what?
Huh? Cruising.
It is what it is, bro. Donald Duck healing going on here. Thank you for the follow.
Cool.
Thank you for being here.
Tournament
Your
time, I'll be
username
sure
will
to
keep
get
me
you.
going through this week.
About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in a village.
I gotta tell one of my other mods about that. Thank you. And thank you for the follow. Oh, good, another cutscene. Yay. Besaid Village. They got any food here?
We'll get you something over there later. Take a look around first. Let's see. The Crusaders' Lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Kata are usually there. All right. Over here.
Huh? What's up?
Do you remember the prayer?
You remember the prayer, right? Let me see if I can listen to this. I don't know any prayers.
Of course, I'd never prayed before in my life. Not that he would know that.
You must have forgot or something. Here, I'll show you.
I'll show you.
Go ahead, you try.
So one of these days, I'm gonna meet Yoshi P and ask him to add Blitzball to 14. I'll ask him personally. I will message him, or I will not message him. I'll imagine I just like DM'd him on Twitter, like, hey, Blitzball now.
Present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball sign for victory.
That's kind of fascinating to like utilize a symbol of victory as a prayer later on. It's super interesting. X or X2 Blitz? You know what? That's a really good question. Whatever's easiest to add to 14. Whichever one. I'm not picky. Just put Blitzball in the game and I'll be happy. Oh, good. Potions. Oh, I don't have, like, a lot of money, so let me I'll just get 5. He'll ask for my account name and ban me. You know what? That's very possible. You find it boring to okay, honestly, real. Like, listen, I like 10 too. I like 10, but it's, to me, like, I could like the story of a game and be really, like, pissed off about the mechanics of that game. And that's kind of what ends up happening most of the time anyway, is that I'll be like, I like the story, I like what's going on here, but I couldn't get into, like, the actual gameplay sometimes. And that's, unfortunately, I'm just very picky like that. Very, very, very picky like that. Did I check out all the rooms? Did I? Yeah, because imagine your 10 character running like this. Imagine your 10 character doing this. Like, imagine going to Final Fantasy 14 and being able to do this. Disgusting. I hate it. Ooh, a save point. Save points are also healing points, I think. Pretty sure. Mm-hmm. Sorry guys, I want to make sure that is pinned. Okay. So we gotta go to the temple, but I don't think we gotta do that yet, if I remember correctly. That's the thing about playing a certain game for a long time, is that you will absolutely remember and forget how to play. Simultaneously. Oh, he wants me to go to temple now. Okay. Let's go get our prayer on. So when I first played this game, I was like 13, 14 years old-ish, and I had a bad relationship with my dad, who doesn't though, and also heavy religious drama because of my dad. So imagine playing this when you have that going on. And this was my first Final Fantasy, by the way. So I was just like, oh, this one's hitting close to home a little bit. Love when that happens.
It was then, standing in that place. I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
I want to play on my VR now that we talked about her. Like, oh man, I'm thinking about Final Fantasy 14 now.
Finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Oh, what's a high summoner? I got too close to Sin's toxin. It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny and a little sad.
Me.
Summoners are practitioners.
Funny and a little sad.
Sworn to protect
Me.
the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
0% understanding, Titus. Nice. I appreciate the everyone behave. Please behave. I'm gonna have to mute for like a second. Okay, I think I'm good. Thank you, Pisces. Please drive safe. Okay, we did it. We prayed. We prayed the toxins away.
Sorry, man. No time for lunch yet. Take a nap. You look bushed.
I look bushed? What does it mean? What does it mean?
You could at least go see how they are doing.
Can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been
It's been nearly a day already.
Trauma.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether it comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
Anyone just have nightmares of their traumatic childhood? No? Just me? Not gonna lie though, like... The thing I like about Titus and Yuna, their ship name is Tuna, by the way. I will not be taking any... Yeah, I used to. Yeah, I was about to say, like, the thing about Titus is that he has a very childish disdain for his father. And while I understand that completely, because for one, his dad was kind of a dingus, but also, like, being that I also have a dingus of a father, like, there's kind of this weird, like, he's a famous guy on his own, and then his dad, it was famous too, and his dad disappeared, right? So, like, oh, book. Albed Primer, yeah! I like the remaster, because I get to actually see the books, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to see them. I couldn't before, but now I can. But yeah, like with Titus and Yuna, like they're literally the sun and the moon. Where he hates his dad. He's not even I'm not even sure where he really stands with his mom, other than like sort of like a grief of, you know, why do you love this man that was so mean to me as a kid? But I think like with Yuna, like she loves her dad, who, you know, is a different relationship. It's a different context of things. It's a very fascinating, like when you're indulging in new relationships of any kind, you're recognizing like your experiences are good and fine for you, but be open to meeting people who have different experiences than you, because that is a part of your growth.
Is something wrong?
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Eh?
Quite the summoner, really.
I like the eh?
There's a room in there called the
Me too,
Cloister of
Titus.
Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Good job, Titus.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Well, obviously they're not doing their job.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
I really appreciate that he doesn't really understand what's going on, and he doesn't have to. He just wants to help. Excuse me.
Maybe.
Like, I appreciate a person who like, yeah, I don't really understand, but I'll help. Alright, let's see if I remember. Hello. It's when we get to, the final ones that I'm gonna have to look up a guide because I do not remember how to do those ones, but we'll get there. We'll get there. YouTube's working! Yay! Oh, I didn't check till now. I wasn't sure. I was like, is YouTube even working for me right now? Touch glyph. Awesome. I touched it. You must use a sphere to go any further. Cool. Yeah, like, he's not doing it because it's a cute girl. He doesn't know. Like, he doesn't understand the situation. He just understands that someone's in danger and he wants to help them. That's a good thing. Like, we need more people who don't try to, like, figure out details. They just want to help, you know? Though details are important. Hello. Thank you. Titus is kind of just a heroic figure, contrary to what many people... He's not a coward. I think that people like to misinterpret someone with very, like, childish not fantasies, childish, like, tendencies as being inherently bad. Like, I have a very childish personality myself. I joke around a lot. I make jokes when I probably shouldn't make jokes. But my thing is that I feel like that's kind of what ends up happening. Like, regardless, like, you need a little bit of childishness. You need a little bit of, like, whimsy in very serious situations, or things don't really... I don't know if things don't really change, but things don't really, like, he became the change that Spirit needed, you know? They take the crybaby thing. My motto is, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna bitch, I'm gonna complain, but it will get done. I'm gonna complain the whole time I'm doing it. I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna be really mad about it, but it'll get done. Also, men can cry. There's nothing wrong with men crying. Actually, if a man cries, that's good. As long as he's not shaming himself for it. A rod of wisdom. There were jokes I wanted to make. I didn't make them. Are you proud of me? Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I cry in private, but I still cry, you know?
Apprentice summoners and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
I don't like worrying people either,
So what
but...
about you?
So sometimes, like, something will happen, I'll want to cry, and I'm like, nope, can't be seen. So I just, like, hide somewhere and cry it out. I don't remember the last time I cried in front of someone that I was friends with.
Summoners go on a pilgrimage.
Besides Luna. Thanks, Luna.
Guardians protect them.
Guardians, protect them.
Guardians in there now.
It's the Rod of Wisdom, and I wanted to really make a joke. I suppose holding the... Yeah, it was definitely my Rod of Wisdom.
Might as well go all the way.
Might as well go all the way. Perfect timing for that.
What are you doing here?
The Rod part of Wisdom.
No. It's just
I like her walking over because she literally looks like she's waddling over.
Is the summoner all right?
Who are you?
Oh, this is the best cutscene in the whole game. JK, no, not really. But it's one of my favorites. Yeah, like, Himari's just like, I really don't care about anybody right now, except Yuna. And that's so real. I love that. BT dubs, prayer really be like that. Sometimes you spend hours doing it and you're just like, I'm tired. Oh yeah, same. Like this was such a pivotal moment for me as a young kid cuz like I saw this and I was just like, who is she? Two different colored eyes. I loved her hair. Like I really just loved everything. I even got the her dress on the Mog station when I started playing 14. Like this is one of the first things that I bought in the game.
Man, was I surprised.
And I have it on
Here I
my
was thinking
summoner
summoners were all geezers.
glamour portrait. Or glam plate. I think I have a TikTok somewhere, if you scroll far enough in my TikTok account, of my Vera in her dress doing the Manderville Mambo. Doing the Manderville Mambo and then I put over the clip like when someone dies, Yuna dances. We have another ad break starting in 5 minutes. Disgusting. Disgusting.
hey, over here.
So what kind of healing work do you do, Blazing? Is that not something you want to share?
What? Ow!
Wait till you see this.
I can't see anything.
I can't see anything.
Ready?
Okay.
Okay. Did you see how Lulu's standing? She's just... Oh my god, that's beautiful. Well, thank you for doing that. I really appreciate people who do volunteer work are able to do it. Thank you for doing that for everyone. I really do appreciate that. I know, I
I've never
love
seen anything
Valkyrie.
like it in my life. Sure, it was a little scary, but still, I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it.
Burb. Do we call them Valefor? Or do we call them Burb? Just call them Valefor. You mostly help animals and children, people. Oh my gosh.
We talked for the first time. I didn't know it then, but after that night, everything
Thank you for everything
changed
that you do for animals and
for
children. We need more people who are doing
for
that.
me.
My friend called her Titty Burb. I like your friend. Your friend
Let me introduce you to
your friend knows what they're talking about. We do have the ads coming in like 2 minutes. If not so much if you're watching on mobile. I am gonna take a quick break though, cause I need to go do something real quick. But yeah, silly and fun is what we like here. We like silly and fun.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
So what's our goal?
To do our best. Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new
To
goal:
do our best.
victory. To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh?
Easy, yeah? Sure. Why does his face look like that? I mean, the goal might be for him to date Yuna, but that might be her goal too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stay away from the sun. Sorry.
Stay away from the summoner.
I gotta add that as a redeem.
Yuna,
It's just too good.
But it was really my fault to begin with. I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to? Guess I kind of overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
Both. It's both, actually. They're
I
so
saw
cute.
that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? You think I can become High Summoner?
You're a bad man.
Lady Yuna?
Do you think I could be High Summoner? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but yes.
So, tomorrow then,
Tomorrow?
we're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
You can tell me all about Xanarkin.
She's cute, yeah? Don't get no ideas.
No promises there, big guy. Hey, but what if she, comes on to me?
Did I ever? No, I haven't done them
That's not
yet.
going to happen.
That's the one thing I haven't done yet, and I'm really excited to do here. Eventually. I'm gonna have to grind, have to grind in the arena a little bit.
Stay away from the summoner. Stay away from.
Sorry. That shit makes me laugh.
Good.
So we do the ad break in like 20 seconds, and there's a cutscene. So sorry to anyone who is not watching on mobile, because mobile seems to be better for ads. So I will actually be pausing it right here, because I forgot you can do that. We're going to go on break, and I will be right back. Means the dawn. Ad break ended. Okay. Do I mean the dawn? I think it's the arena, no? In the Calmlands? There's like an arena there. Yeah, that was weird. It said there was an ad break and then it just... I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. It better not be messing with my, my money, because I'm still gonna take my break. I'm just like, the fuck. Anyways, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Thanks for waiting. Made sure to stretch and drink water and use the restroom and all that fun stuff. Thank you so much, Elsie. I hope everyone stretched and took care of themselves. That was weird that my ads didn't work. So I might have to check with Twitch on that because I don't do this for the money. Nobody should be doing things for the money. Like, you should be streaming because it's fun, technically. But it does supposed to give you some revenue for the ads. So it's like, don't mess that up. So I hope everyone took care of themselves. Let's go ahead and get back to Final Fantasy X. How are you feeling, Elsie, by the way? I know you said you were sick recently. Hope you're feeling better. Let's go talk to Yuna. Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
You said you
This part always kills me because he's trying to run away from these two girls, but also, like, I've had so many dreams in my life where I was running in one place, and so it always cracks me up for very personal reasons. Hopefully no more illness to play. Oh my god. Hopefully.
I thought Waka told you not to get any ideas.
He did.
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming. You with a woman? You can't even catch a
You can't even catch a ball. What does catching a ball have to do with being with a woman?
Gonna cry again. Cry.
I mean, women are quite round in places. That's the best part, is the roundness.
What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly.
I hate you.
Eh?
That's the spirit.
You can do it.
You can do it. Sorry. I think it's Echolele that makes me do that. I'm not trying to mock you, no.
Dead.
So you remember how I said all of the characters here are have zodiac signs? Lulu's supposed to be Venus, so she's Taurus or Libra. To me, she's a Libra.
You shouldn't have brought him here in the first
Because that outfit is indeed a fashion choice.
Excuses again.
God, he looks terrible in this cutscene.
No more. Enough, Waka.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
Who's Chapu? Well, sit down. I have a story.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
Oh, so that's why you played like shit.
Became a guardian to fight Sin.
Sorry. If this is just who I am as a person, if you're new here, this is just who I am. I can't change.
I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full time. I know it kind of looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out.
I love trauma bonded
What I mean
friendships.
is, thanks, Waka.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Alright, Let's save. If you don't save often in a game, then I'm not really sure. I think the last time I played this is exactly where I left off and didn't continue. Because I remember starting to stream this at some point and I just, like, didn't continue. Did I get everything? Yeah, sometimes they'll hide, like, a chest or something somewhere. And I'm like... Okay, so it's been a while since I've read Albed. Thank you for translating. I was like, I know it says hello, how are you? And I couldn't read the doing. It's been so long since I've read Albed, but thank you so much. Hello, how are you? I'm good. Welcome in. Taki or Roche? I'm not sure which one to refer you to, but thank you for being here. Appreciate the Albed. Taki? Okay. Hello, Taki. How are you? I was like, ooh, someone's talking to me in Albed. I need to
Something I want to give you.
remember. My brain wasn't letting me remember. I was like, hello, how are...
Yeah, use it well.
I love not remembering things. But hello, how are you? How's it going? Welcome in.
You never used it.
He never used it. Oh, God.
Where's Yuna?
We're taking the same boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now,
I'm glad to hear.
she lives as a
I'm glad you're doing good. Thank you for sharing your Albed knowledge with me. It's been years since I wrote anything in Albed. I don't even think I actually spoke it at any point. I just read it and wrote it to my friends. Like years and years ago. But I'm glad you're doing good. Thank you for being here.
I guess you're right.
Yuna's so much like me because I would also do that. I would also want to bring gifts with me. Yeah, it does take a while to translate. When I was first like getting really into this game, what I did was take that English sentence. I think it's like the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog or something. And it has all the letters in the alphabet in that sentence. So what I did was I just took that sentence and then underneath that in a different color wrote out that same sentence but in Albed so that I could just have like a quick reference sheet. And I had it in my wallet for a really long time. I should redo that because it's pretty easy to memorize that way. At least for me. Yeah, just an English alphabet though.
Here comes one now.
I mean, I only speak English for now. I'm gonna pick up more. Mine has 3 more. Tell me about it. I'm curious.
No problem. Not too shabby. You kept up and make a good guardian someday.
Someday.
A flyer. My kind of customer.
Norwegian. Well, hello there. I would love to learn Norwegian. I also would love to learn Japanese. I would love to learn a lot of languages. I need to slow down and actually pick a language so I can just start learning. But that's awesome. So how does... So this... yes. So, curiously, how would you translate the Norwegian letters, the extra Norwegian letters to Albed? That's interesting kind of concept because, and I realize you are new here, but languages are one of my interests. I want to learn a language on stream at some point, so I'm just very like intrigued by this conversation. But I'm curious how they would translate.
Show you what I mean. Lou, you're up.
Clueless, aren't you?
Yeah, clueless. Exactly.
Spells of ice and ice beams are weak.
You know what irritated me when I started playing this was the part where you get to like
Lightning and
add stuff to your weapon, and they force you to have water on Titus's weapon. It's like, Albed doesn't have equivalents. Oh. So you're basically translating only English to Albed because it wouldn't work that way. I forgot what. Thunder. Maybe it's thunder. There we go. Interesting. Interesting. That's really cool though. Thank you for sharing that. I am very, very, very happy and intrigued right now. Thank you. So, Taki, is it safe to assume you speak Norwegian?
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Awesome. I love that.
What's going on?
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chapu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat.
I'll pray too, it's fine. Prayer never hurt anyone.
That should do it.
I love seeing other languages. I love that you said it in Norwegian and then you said it in English. I really appreciate that, actually, because now I get to see it word for word in both languages. Thank you. So this is really exciting for me. It probably isn't visible how exciting it is for me, but I do really appreciate learning other languages, or at least seeing other languages in my chat. So thank you for adding that and also having the courtesy to translate. It's actually very cool because I do have a couple new followers here who don't really know that I started as a tarot and rune reader content creator on multiple platforms. I started on Twitter, I moved to TikTok, and now I'm here on Twitch doing gaming streams. And I love doing gaming streams, but I would like to do days where I'm practicing a language, or just having body doubling days, or just reading tarot. So it's really, really cool. So fun fact from me, when I started reading tarot was in 2020, but I actually got started with runes, which is why my name is Valkyrie Runes here on Twitch and other platforms. You can call me Val. That's what everyone calls me. That's what I call myself. So yeah, I've been doing rune readings since I was about 13 years of age. You've played the tarot card game? I've never played the actual tarot card game. I need to learn it now. That sounds super cool. I love when I meet people who have like similar interests. Okay, it's like hearts. That makes sense considering the way that the deck is structured. I do actually have a deck of 52, like a regular deck of cards, that I intended to learn cartomancy with, which is just using a deck of 52 to learn readings. But it's very similar to tarot in that you kind of have to kind of assign hearts being cups and spades being swords and clubs, I think, are the wands, and then pentacles are the diamonds. Kilika and Bicanel. You know what? I will pick up my Albed primers as follows. Kimari! Imagine you just trying to have a day where you're just walking, enjoying the scenery, and some guy with a lance just starts attacking you. Like, what do you do? Besides fight back, what do you do? Ugh, he's killing me. He's fucking me up.
That's enough.
Kimari wanted the smoke.
Kimari Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yuna's guardian.
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kumari doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
I didn't get shit for that. Oh, I got a metal shield. Okay. Can I equip it right now? Maybe? Possibly. I remember seeing that chest up there for the first time I played this and going, how the fuck do I get up there? Found out much later, you can't just get up there. You need special thing. I love the battle music from 10.
That's your department, right? True. Why don't we let us
True, true. Well, he's gonna wuss out on this one. JK. LB. Ooh.
first real battle?
Show us what your training has taught you, Yuna.
Okay.
Okay. I love her. She's just so... Okay. We have an ad break coming in 5 minutes. I'm sure I'll be done with this fight by then, but just letting you know. We've also been having some issues with our ad break system because before, our last ad break was supposed to be within 2 minutes, and as soon as it started, it said, your community is back from ads. And I was like, no, it's not. We were supposed to have started the ads. So I don't really know what's going on with Twitch today, but that's what's going on is, chaos and mess and travesty. Typical Twitch shit. Get it together, Twitch. Come on. We're just gonna smack the shit out of each other until this is over. Or not, you know, we could just do this. Titty bird. Very good, very good. A French tarot deck goes like suits from 1 to 10, Jack, Knight, Queen. And there's a fool the excuse. Oh. Are you talking about the Marseille tarot? Because I believe I used to have a Marseille tarot deck. And I don't know what happened to it. Probably ran off and got scared, but... Imagine if I just bonked this thing with the stick. I used to have the Marseille Tarot. I might get another copy of that deck because it was a really good deck. And I think I had the classic Italian. You've played French Tarot? Wow. That is a fascinating thing to meet somebody who's actually played the game. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for being here. I might actually go ahead and look into officially learning it if I can find people to play with, because that would be awesome. Because, like, divining with tarot, divining in general is actually very fun, but I do know it's a card game as well, and I have multiple tarot decks that I could use. So we have an ad break coming in like a minute and 30 seconds. So I'm probably going to be right back once the ad break starts. Hopefully it actually goes this time. And just as a quick reminder, we only stream till 1 p.m. PST here on Monday mornings. But we do have Friday and Saturday streams around 4 p.m. PST till 7 p.m. PST, where we just do either Final Fantasy 14 or we like body double, whatever the plan is for that specific given day. You will know because it's usually written on the stream, but in case you want notifications about when I stream and you use Discord, we have a Discord. Now the Discord's not hopping right now. It's kind of still in like construction mode, which is fine, no biggie, but it does have the stream cord attached in case you want to know when I'm streaming exactly, or when a stream is canceled for the day. We also still have that ad break coming in about 30 seconds. I might not believe in divination myself, but I do sometimes just follow. You know, I think that's in itself very important, is following what you believe the universe wants you to do. I believe we're all spiritual in some way. I don't think that divination is the only way to be spiritual. Sometimes when we're playing these games, I like to mention the spiritual kind of concepts that I'm seeing in the game and have discussions about it with my chat. And most of the time, chat knows what they're talking about or doesn't. We all have a conversation about it. So there is an ad break, so I will pause here and we'll be right back. Self-care. Instinctive practitioner of the obscure art called true naming, true speaking. Also, pelamancy is something that I sometimes do in addition to healing. Energy-based stuff, not faith healing or Reiki. That's interesting. I'm actually going to Google that very quickly. A potentially cruel and terrible art. Ooh. Yeah, you do have to be very careful. With most, magic. Interesting, yeah. I'm not gonna get into like full details, but I do know what you're talking about. Because when I googled it, I've read about this before, but did not know the name was Apellomancy. Hope I said that correctly. True naming, true speaking. I didn't know it had like specific terminology, but I did read into it a little bit while I was choosing my name. So it's a pretty fascinating like concept because I'm not here to like say that's exactly what you do when you have kids, that you are practicing magic necessarily, but I do believe that names have a meaning, words have meaning, so it's very important that you be careful in what you're speaking over and how you're speaking over it. Names have power, use exactly. So so just understanding like what you're taking on by choosing your name, your username, etc. But also understanding that like yeah, just understanding that it has power. All right, we're gonna get back to the game. I think we're back from ads. I don't know what's going on with my ads today because it said that we're in ad break, but it hasn't told me yet that we're out of ads. And I know that people on mobile were having issues with the naming, so it's very interesting stuff. All right, so let's continue on. So I do appreciate talking about this stuff with you, Taki. I'm only gonna ask like on a side note because you did come in speaking Albed to me and I loved that. I just was curious. I'm assuming you've played 10. If you've played other Final Fantasy games, which one's your favorite? If you have played other ones. I always love asking. 6? Okay, 2 for 6. I've had somebody else recently come in and said their favorite was 6. What about 6? Because I've not played 6 yet. I'm curious what it is people liked about it. And I'm curious about like all the Final Fantasies. Like what's your favorite? What did you like about it? What did you not like? It was your first? Okay. I love that. I love that everyone's very, very attached to their first. But this was my first Final Fantasy when it came out. And obviously I've played it before, but it's nice to kind of throw back nostalgia. This is just who I am. I just goof off when serious stuff is happening. It's just who I am as a person. Oh, okay. Nice, nice. Import cartridge, nice. I just love that people love games enough that they'll do those kind of things. They'll import from other countries, or they'll just find a way. They'll find a way to enjoy something. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Having like that first impression of a video game at that early age, especially Final Fantasy in general, tends to be deeply philosophical, deeply spiritual, deeply like in tune with real life events, that having those experiences so young is so, like, as you said, formative. I'm looking at the Final Fantasy VI stuff. Okay, so I have seen the art from this game. Stop grunting, I'm talking. It's just grunting. Okay, I am recognizing some of this. So, like, I play Final Fantasy 14 online most of the time. And 14 has a lot of homage to the OG games. I realize that because 14 is an MMO, it's not everybody's favorite, but it is one of my favorites. And I mostly play it like it's a single player RPG anyway. But it definitely does a lot of callbacks to the OG games. But I remember we did over on my friend Pisces channel, we did like a Final Fantasy cosplay event like months ago, and someone cosplayed, I think, the main female character from 6, because I'm recognizing this character. Awesome, let's do it. Hi, Waka.
Come to think of it, I haven't told you where we're going.
He's so out of touch.
First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding. We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory.
Imagine this then. You're 10 years old, you're used to 16-bit pixel graphics, and suddenly the game has a full-blown opera scene, and your socks gets blown off when you see the floating continent rising in the sky. That's gotta be a lot when you're 10. That's definitely gotta be a lot. More power to you for getting through that. Can I not kick the ball? Hi, Kimari. Oh, you don't want to talk to me? That's rude.
Word is, that summoner's got noble blood. I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter. You don't say.
Don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter?
And that was just disc 1. I know, that's... Yeah. I wish I was as popular as Yuna. It's not about popularity, my guy. You actually have to be good at what you do. No pressure, Yuna. Good luck.
So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
It's tough. When your father's famous.
Waka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
Did she just call him stupid?
Oh yeah, you talked to Yuna yet?
She had some questions for me? Ooh.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
Yeah, a little bit. He's one of those characters that he could literally explain what's going on in the game. I don't remember that. But anyways, Waka's just, he could literally be describing the exact plot of the game, and no one will listen to him, and he's just like, I have no idea what I'm talking about, because he just... If someone walks up to me and says, it's tough when your father's famous, I'm not gonna know what the fuck they're talking about either. Not gonna lie. That's not, I'm not gonna entirely blame Blanca on that. Get all these other cutscenes out of the way, because
Oh, those fascinating clothes you're wearing.
I love this guy.
Yeah, filthy, filthy.
Until he's rude, but...
All me name's not a waka.
Okay.
Don't look
No one asked
much
you.
money
Oh.
either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
A waka
He's
on
the
23rd.
23rd. A walk of the 23rd.
The who?
A walk of the...
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
I love this game. It's ridiculous. Like, it's just the right amount of ridiculous for the amount of seriousness stuff that's going on. And that's kind of what is so great about Final Fantasy games in general, is that they will be so deeply serious and have such deeply serious topics. But fortunately or unfortunately, there's just some goofiness happening. You know what I mean? It's always something goofy going on. You know, for guys who live on an island, getting seasick seems kind of crazy, but you know what? Whatever, it's fine. Balance. Power room. Chocobos!
What the heck is that?
What the heck is what?
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door?
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobo?
Yes.
What? You've
Those are
never seen a
birds.
chocobo?
Big ol' birds.
What kind of backwater island did you come from, anyway?
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily routine on this trip.
Yeah. What you said. Oh, there's a book here. I forgot there was a book here. I think that's why I wanted to come down here. I was like, I think there's a book, but I couldn't remember. Oh yeah, Ultros. Yeah. He's quite the guy, I'll tell you that much. I love Chocobarbs. Chocofluffs, as you're calling them, Elsie. So Val, how many times do you save in this game? A lot, actually. Another booty shot. We gotta get a booty shot counter in chat. Because that's 2 now. Yeah, like, you have to save or else you might lose something. Like the time you looked left. You're absolutely right, Elsie.
It's nice.
The wind, it's nice. That's a fart joke, by the way. When they started laughing, that's a fart joke. That was a fart joke. I don't know if anyone picked up on that. Just like no one picked up on the Macalania joke later on in the game. But I digress. I love localization jokes. They're just
You're a
good.
football player, aren't you? From Xanarkand, right?
You hear that from Waka?
I?
Waka doesn't believe me at all.
Waka.
But I believe you.
I'm pretty sure she's flirting, but also like,
There is a great state.
but she also has like the imagination of a young child.
Great
When's the East? Thank you. Exactly.
Always full.
Thank you.
How do you
Exactly.
know
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Triggered.
His name is Jecht.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
She's like, this is alignment. This is divine union. You are my
Sounds
soulmate.
like him, but it can't be him.
And you know what? Good for you, girl, but that's not how that works.
My old man, he died 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkand.
Why does the mouth movement bother me so much?
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day. Never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But,
It's true, we first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here. Are you not?
The localization for this game was done with duct tape and dreams. Yeah. And also, the HD remaster editing was done with the same, so... Thank you for the hydrate reminder, Luna. Like, I just... It's a serious and bad thing going on in the game. I'm just like, LOL. Holy shit. I really love the times that they decide to do actual cutscenes in this game, because it's just out of nowhere sometimes. Yeah. That is indeed sin.
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract him.
Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner. Wait! Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. Alright, enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much for being here, Taki. It was enjoyable to have you. I hope you enjoy your dinner and have a good evening. Thank you. It's nice talking to you too. More cutscene. Release the Kraken. Yeah. What I actually was gonna say when we started this, when we started seeing Sin for the first time in this game, one of the things that I really, really appreciate is that you have all of these characters with fantasy names. You have Besaid Island, you have Besaid Village, you have the island, you have Vale for the Summon, you have Titus, the main character. Like, you have all these characters with these names that don't really exist in our real world. And then the enemy's name is something that you can actually relate to the real world, which is Sin. You understand the concept of what it means for, like, Sin to exist. So he's a combination of the sins of this world, and you get that pretty instantly because his name is Sin. Or its name is Sin, rather. Because Sin is technically genderless, I think, personally. depends on the reincarnation of sin. Like, the current sin is male, but
When's this going to end?
you don't find that out till later. Hit the fin! Okay. Yeah, he's a big dude. He's a big guy. Why did I just say that? Like, Riku's a sexy guy. Remember those? Yeah, it sets up the theme of religion. I mean, like, there's just a heavy implication of, like, prayer and it's just so heavy in this game that there is something very spiritual or religious in this. And it's actually a combination of the two. There's a separation between spirituality and religion in real life, and how it gets kind of... Religion can sometimes accidentally bastardize spirituality, but also spirituality can kind of bastardize itself in some cases. But we won't get into that because we only have so much time to get into those kind of discussions. I'm already at the like last half hour stream. Why is my bird dying? Can we not be doing this? I'm about to give Yuna all of the EXP, actually. I know, it's like time does not exist right now. Like, I feel like I just did the messages and we just started. Yeah, but that's what I was about to say. Daylight savings time. Like, I woke up at my usual time, but it felt like we're gonna get one more hour in the day. That's nice, I guess, but bye, birdie. But it's like, it's gonna mess up our internal understanding of time. We have an ad break. It's gonna be our last ad break of stream, I think. Maybe, potentially, perchance. It's in 5 minutes. I will probably still be doing this by then, because this is a good spot to farm EXP. But, we probably won't be here too long. Yeah, it might be why the ads are trolling. You might be onto something there, Elsie. You might be onto something. Yeah, her cure does a lot. I wish Final Fantasy XIV cure in early game does a lot, but it doesn't. I mean, it does alright. Bonk. So when I have Kimari out, I try to make him do Lancet on every single new enemy, just in case. Early game 14 is scaled word. Yeah, it's... I wish I could go on and on and on about how weird the system for 14 is early game. But, like, also, like, people will come in and be like, I didn't like 14 because of yada 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 yada. And I don't argue with them necessarily, because I understand it's not that the game is broken necessarily, but there's some things that 14 could be doing a little bit better. IMO. Here's what they'll probably do for 8.0. Here, have some expansion announcements, or is that the expansion? I feel like that's when the expansion comes out. But have some classes that you don't want to use. Instead of us fixing the classes that need to be fixed and having everything up to scale, let's just add some more classes that throws everybody off balance. Let's do that. Like, I would like new classes. I think the idea of Beastmaster sounds really cool. I would love to see what they do with Rune Knight if they ever add it. But there's some stuff they gotta fix first, IMO. They keep talking about making the game more accessible to new players, so maybe. Yeah, like, I saw what they were doing for the mobile game, and I think the mobile game is actually a really good way for them to test potential for the, like, new stuff for 8.0. But I'm gonna keep my expectations low because that usually means less disappointment. God, Waka, you can't hit for shit. It's okay. His girlfriend's hot, so he gets away with it. So I'm going to use this opportunity to kind of level up my other characters, because there's a lot of opportunities for me to use you know, why is your health so low? Oh. There's a lot of opportunities for me to use Titus, but not a lot for me to use, like, Kimari. We do still have the ad break coming in less than a minute, so you will see an ad, hopefully. Maybe. Hope that's not fucking up my revenue, because I'd be really upset. I'd be really upset. I mean, I don't do this for money, but you kind of hope if it's going to be playing ads for people that they're seeing ads that you want the ads to play and you know, make you the money that they're supposed to be making. It's kind of like how that shit works. Or you would hope. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out Waka. Oh, he knows how to dodge. No, he doesn't. I spoke too soon. He knows how to dodge. No, he does not. No, he does not. He does not know how to dodge. He tried, though. He really did. Nice. We're gonna have Lulu kill the boss. Yay! I think that's even EXP for everybody, maybe? Possibly, potentially. We'll see when it finishes. Like, I could have gotten through that a lot faster. Like, I could have just attacked Sin most of the time and just been done. But this allowed me to get other people some EXP, so I'm totally fine with that. I'm so good with that, if it means that other people got EXP. Where's Titus? Did he die? Can he even die? Because that's honestly when I first started playing this game, and I noticed how many near-death experiences Titus has in the beginning, I'm like, why is he still here? How is he still here? Welcome back from your ad break. I hope your ads were wonderful. Titus is not dead. He's just getting his ass handed to him by some fish. And this ball is coming to save the day. I like how the ball is like a boomerang. Like, how do you get it to... Don't waste my Phoenix Downs. I'll slap you. He can't technically unalive, right? Technically, maybe. We'll see about that. Dolphins? I love dolphins. Boop. We're gonna beat up your guy. This is where I really wish I had haste, but I don't. I just have cheer. Blender. Blender is a tool and you can use it to make 3D graphics. Fun fact. I like to have a fun laugh with myself when I say the words fun fact. If you know, you know. Did this bitch just... Hello. You're back. Welcome back. How's it going? Thank you. Okay, what'd you eat? I like food, so that's another fun topic for me. Can we not be killing our other guy, please? Thank you. Just... I used the wrong person! Fail. Veggies and legumes soup and a nice steak. Ooh. So you had a nice solid meal then. Good job. I love a solid meal. Because I think that's pretty good. Like having veggies and soup and a steak. Like, to me that's... I'm gonna eat this meal and then go to bed. Good. Good. That's what we like. See, I had, what I usually make for myself in the morning is, if you know what chili crisp is, I get chili crisp that has the peanuts in it. It's so good. And I fry it with scrambled eggs. But I don't scramble them like normal scramble. What I do is I lightly whisk them, put them in the pan, so they're a little bit like just cooked eggs, but they're mixed together. It's kind of hard to explain. But, Ice Moomba. Okay, so... Ooh, a cutscene. Oh no, this cutscene. It's like, yay, cutscene! No, not yay, cutscene. Not a good cutscene. It's well done. Great job, developers and animators and everyone who worked on this. You did a fantastic job, but also... I was like 12 when I first saw this. Oh my god.
When Sin attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new
You're good.
reality,
You did
and I was
exactly
stuck
what
in
you were
it
trying to
for
do.
good.
Unfortunately, I enjoy a good joke during an uncomfortable situation. It's just knowing when's a good time to do that is a whole thing. And while I recognize that it is just a game, like we can make jokes and like talk about things, it's still never easy to watch that scene because it's really like fucking depressing, dude. Like it's just like it never gets easier watching it.
I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in
It
Bisay.
spoke to my 80% Titus. Thank you.
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Please allow me to perform the sending. I love how soft spoken she
We
is.
feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
Let me save first. I can't stand games that don't let you save.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Yeah, she's very like the thing about Yuna is she's young and she's trying to do something that takes the courage of someone who maybe has been through more. But she's so young and so powerful with the courage to do the things that she's doing. It's really admirable. It's the thing that I love the most about her is that it doesn't really the fuck? It doesn't really like show right away how much she does know, but she knows a lot more than she gives away. I think it's the inexperience of her being a summoner that people just assume she doesn't know that much, but I think just the fact that she is a summoner shows just how much she knows. You know what I mean? This is part of the reason I tell people like yeah, it's important to have like years of experience in divination and tarot and like other types of energy work, but you also kind of have to acknowledge that part of being able to divine or to heal or to do any type of spiritual work is also based on the knowledge you have of living a human life, because your call to do that work is based on your experience of seeing what other people go through and saying, I can help somebody. I know I can help myself, I can help others. So it's not just an experience of what she's doing, but it's experience prior to what she started doing that is helping her through it. Ooh, that's very close to what the mutable signs got today in their message.
What's ascending? Are we going somewhere?
Channel your inner Yuna.
You truly are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory
Yes.
that's the problem?
Exactly what you're saying. I think the knowledge she lacks for now is the white mage side applied to practice. When she gets hit in the face with pain, she is healing. Yeah. Because you're not just healing someone else's pain, you're channeling from a place of knowing what it meant to heal your own.
Filled with grief over their own death.
Oof,
They
that's
refuse
powerful.
To face their fate. They yearn to live on and resent those still alive.
They yearn. I love a good yearning.
You see, they envy the living. And in time, that envy turns to anger, even hate. Should these souls remain in Spira, they become fiends that prey on the living.
Why are his eyes so
Sad.
pixelated?
Isn't it?
Yes, it's very sad. Tell me
Takes them
more.
to the far plane, where they may rest in peace.
Summoners do this?
So, my headcanon is that she is a Libra sun with a Scorpio moon. I will not be taking any complaints, any arguments about it. She has a Scorpio moon. I kind of feel like she has like a Libra rising as well. Mm-hmm. That's the thing about healing too, is it comes with the the unfortunate, like, realization that as humans, we can only do so much. She can do the sending. She can heal people and cure people. She cannot... You can't dodge death, and you cannot dodge certain wounds. And... And part of your mistakes and your faltering is part of your growth. So even if you do falter, and even if you do get looked at as a bad healer or a last resort or whatever the case might be, it's... Well, I will argue that I don't think it's that Lulu is necessarily broken, but I do think she's a bit jaded. I do see her growth later in the game, but I don't think she's broken. I think she just needed to have the experiences that she has in this game to recognize that her way of thinking, her way of believing, needed work. Very Hierophant reverse. You're needing to accept that, you know, you don't have to be perfect at something to be good at it, because being good at it is kind of subjective, but also kind of like... If you look at it, she's really yeah. I mean, yeah, like, in the beginning of the game, yeah, she's extremely broken and jaded, but I'm saying, like, as the game goes. Sabet's cussing. Yeah. Yeah. Death is transformation.
It must be tough, being a summoner.
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning.
Yuna did chose her own path. That's the thing. Like, you know what you're getting yourself into when you choose certain things. The Hierophant.
Until the end.
Until the end? What's the end?
You kind of get like a... In retrospect, you get the Hierophant all throughout this game. In different facets. The Hierophant is all throughout this game because it has to do with our core beliefs. Our belief systems that make us who we are. But also what we share with others through our beliefs, and how that's interpreted can be very different per person.
Very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but no tears next time.
I also think, like, it makes sense for,
no more people being killed by sin.
what is it?
No more sendings for Yuna. Everyone stood there watching her. It was strange.
I forgot what I was gonna say. If you think about it happens...
I never wanted to see
yeah.
it again.
That's the thing, too, because she says it... I think she says it at some point in the game. She's just like... she knew... She tried to argue with Yuna about it. She tried to stop Yuna from becoming a summoner. Because she was so struck with grief that she became very selfish about it. And it kind of it made her lash out on Waka, who just wanted to support his baby sister. So, like, the thing about it is, like, I don't have to agree with it, but I do understand where Lulu's coming from, just simply because sometimes grief makes you selfish, and sometimes the grief that you feel is simply just the weight of the love that you have for those people, that you don't know what to do with it. And so I think for her, she was using her grief with Chapu to help channel how she handled supporting Yuna. But also, like, that was something she had to learn to grow with and understand in her own time, in her own way. And there's not a lot of time to process what's happened between Yuna deciding to become a summoner and then Yuna becoming a summoner and then going on this journey. So, like, I completely get why she's, you know, broken and jaded, because I think I've been there as well. But I also don't think that it's really that she stayed there. I think it's just everyone has their own interpretation of it. Yeah. That's the thing, too. She just wants to help Yuna, because it's like, either way, if Yuna's gonna die, like, might as well put my best foot out there so at least that Sin also dies. Like, it's not a complete loss. Like, it's helping more than it's hurting. put that tarot deck away. Oh, that hurt to read. It's not just Kilika. All his spirit has been ravaged by sin. I'm repairing this now, but it'll be destroyed again when sin comes again. He destroys it, I fix it. I fix it, and he destroys it. It's a never-ending cycle, I tell you. Let me just steal your shit while this guy spaces out. Well, yeah, he's been affected by... If he says anything offensive, don't take it too seriously. Too late. He told me not to stare at him, and now I want to stare at him. I wanted to believe that it was just a dream, that it was all a dream, and when I opened my eyes, everything would be back to normal. But when morning came, nothing had changed. Well... Oh no, yeah, she's definitely not the rock in the group. I don't know how anyone can believe that either. If anyone's the rock here, it's definitely gonna be Yuna. And that's sad because she's the one who's going through it. And unfortunately that happens more often than you think it does. Or more often than you would want it to. Another Albed Prima. Nice. Anyways, what's this guy doing? I don't care if there isn't any food. I just want to stay here. I'm scared to even look out at the sea. I can just feel it out there, can't you? Oh yeah, you're welcome. I saved this kid. No problem. It's funny, the first time I saved the kid, like, you saved the kid, I didn't realize that there was a kid to be saved. So, like, sure, you're welcome. Even Oron kind of cracks in the only moment that really yeah, because, like, that's the thing about this game, is it shows you the different, like, perspectives of grief. Like, you can think that you're handling everything okay, but you're really not. Even Yuna, she's not handling everything perfectly. She is the most emotionally stable here, but that's because she has no other choice. And that in itself has to be very damaging. Oh yeah, Oron's just like, I need a nap. I need a nap.
On to the temple, where we pray for victory.
Yeah. Pray for victory.
O'Halloran used to live in the Kilika temple here. Yep. Lord O'Halloran was once a great blitzer, you know.
Waka. Praying for victories. Oh, good. But is this right?
I know this is a hot take, but I like Jack too. There's nothing wrong with any of the characters in this game. I think this is just... I think I'm gonna say this, like, repeatedly throughout this game. There's not really, like, a badly written character per se. In this game particularly. I think it's just that when you consider the dynamics of a famous man and his child, from Titus's perspective, being that he was a kid, but he didn't give himself the capacity to, like, grow from it because he has the mind of a child. So he's not able to grow from it. It's in this experience that he's having as a soon-to-be Summoner's Guardian that he's learning how to grow up and not look at his dad so much like a dickwad. He's just actually, like, a flawed human being. And also, like, his dad was a famous blitzball player. He is also a famous blitzball player. There is going to be always this sort of, like, competition feeling of living under your own father's shadow. It can't be easy. So he was always going to have some stank image to some extent, even if he had a decent relationship with his dad. And also, I kind of, like, hot take here, I feel like he's definitely misinterpreting, like, the throwbacks of his dad that you see, I feel like are, like, an inner child's, like, grief of wanting to see your dad way worse than he was. And I don't really think that they're completely accurate, because I think it's supposed to be speaking on, you know, I hate you, Dad. Like, it's not really that he hates his dad. He's just frustrated because he's learning lessons he doesn't want to learn because he's still a kid. He wants to play. He wants to have these childlike experiences while his dad is trying to toughen him up and teach him things that a dad needs to teach. So it's I think an interpretation thing where I don't think that Jack wasn't an asshole sometimes. I just think that the degree of which he was an asshole is being skewed. It's being skewed heavily because he is still a child. And then later on, you're seeing exactly what you pointed out, the memory of, like, pay attention to the kid, like, you know, be a good parent kind of thing. Yeah, that's how my mom was too.
What's up?
My parents were deeply obsessed with each other, and that was great, but also very toxic and hard to watch as a kid.
To ask you to be my guardian.
You know what? There's no time for jokes, yeah? He may be a blitzball whiz kid, but up against fiends, he's a newbie.
Not a guardian, then. I just want him nearby.
Wow.
Ha. I love that.
What do you mean?
Also, same Yuna.
It's just
You don't have to do anything for me, I just want you near me.
We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later?
Yeah, like, he never got to be... Because the thing is, Jack disappeared when he was a kid, and now he's
I'm just
grown. He's not, like, a full adult, but he's grown enough that you know that he is able to have more adult conversations with his dad that are more necessary. He's probably more receptive to those lessons his dad was trying to teach him. It's literally, you're just a small kid who thinks your parents are mean because they tell you to clean up after yourself, to wash dishes, to, like, do things. So of course you're gonna be like, I hate my dad, he makes me do stuff. Like, of course you're gonna say that. We are actually going to pause here because this is about the time that I end stream. Not right this second, in about 3 minutes. So we're gonna spend that 3 minutes yapping. Okay, so we do have new people that came into the stream, and I am super, super grateful and thankful for that. So, as a quick reintroduction, my name is Val. I run this page and have run this page for about a year now. I'm coming up on my affiliate anniversary next month. Super excited. And we do tarot messages on Monday mornings for the week ahead. The VOD will be up on YouTube very shortly, probably right after I end stream, because YouTube decided to work today. Yay! So please check out my YouTube, same username. We will be back most likely on Friday evenings, around 4 p.m. PST. So if you are not in the Discord, you're welcome to join it. It is not popping just yet, but it is a good way of knowing when I'm streaming. It has all of my information as far as how to book a reading if you'd like to book a reading. It has my schedule for my next streams, and it just generally tells you what the fuck is going on, when it's going on. There will be notifications on, so if I'm streaming, you'll know right away. There's also my Ko-fi. My Ko-fi bot decided to pop in right at the right time. The Ko-fi is just for if you'd like to tip for any of the readings that I did today. Tips are welcome. Not necessary, but they are welcome. And also where I do readings. Now, if you see it says Twitch Safe or TS, private only or PO, that just means that there are streaming specific readings that I will do, non-stream specific readings that I can do. It doesn't matter which ones you do. It's just a matter of, do I want this to be on stream? Do I not want this to be on stream? There are no specific days that I do tarot readings on stream, so if you do want to book a reading, it will not be today. It will probably be by my next stream day. So I will probably schedule all tarot reading streams on Saturdays if they're not booked on the day that I'm streaming. I think you understand what I'm saying. So that is all. That is all I have. Thank you so much to the new people here. It's so nice to finally get some people who also like Final Fantasy X in here, who have other interests that we can talk about. It's really, really nice to have some more traction on stream. It's really, really nice. Thank you. And thank you so much to Pisces, and do another shout out just in case. Hello? Okay. Thanks, OBS. So, please check out my mod, my lovely, lovely mod, Pisces Moon Pie. They're also playing Final Fantasy 14. Wow, amazing, incredible. What's that like? Please tell me. Should I try it? Uh, but yeah, that is it for stream today. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay hydrated. Thank you for discussing things with me and hanging out. I will see you all Friday evening. If not, I will see you Saturday. And if not, I'll see you again on Monday. Thank you for being here. Best of luck for this week for you. And bye.